That reminds me of the Karen video. Holy shit. But yeah. Speaking of Karen, I was watching I think it was Bad Bunny stream, and I came to the realization that like Karen is sexist if you truly think about it. Cause like again, this is like with a lot of slurs, context matters. You can say like bag of a retard, but context matters, obviously. I mean, but in most instances, like it just went from the stereotypical, uptight, mid 40s to late 50s woman who was very set in her ways, and if things don't go her way, she would yell at the customer service worker, and that's what a Karen originally started to be. Now it's flashed to any woman who's loud and angry, and that's basically replacement for bitch. And I get the connotation there. I definitely do. And it's kind of hard to insult take here. Kind of hard to relate to women, right? Because actually, no, this is a segment. Hold up, do I have to turn this shit on? Let me see. Let me zoom real quick. Hold on. I don't know if I have to turn this shit on. Baby. Okay, we're gonna try this again. We're gonna try this segment again, and hopefully, lag on me. Because if it lags on me, I might end up killing someone. Okay, and it's already lagging. Holy shit. Okay, so someone might end up dead very soon. You look up Florida Man 24. I don't know why. You kind of know why. Okay. So finding out that Karen is sexist and how it's sexist in the context of it in regards to why it is sexist kind of made me realize that, hot insult take here, women are hard to relate to. I'm going to tell you why in a minute, right? Because if you truly think about it, think about it. Despite making up 50% of the population, men make up around 80 to 90% of the violent murders, right? Very abhorrent, very gruesome, very awful, very brutal. And it's at the point where it's just like well, you're not surprised, but at the same time you're shocked. Cause like, well, I mean, yeah, men are more like unable to process their emotion, but at the same time, like, holy fuck, that's kind of almost double. It's almost like all of it, you know what I mean? Like, holy shit. Like, even if women committed 20% of the murders and men is 80%, that's still 80 to 20% of the population is borderline even. I mean, there's even more women. I think it's like 51 to 53% women in America in general. That's kind of like insane as concept. So, hello. And also the fact that like heteronormative society, i.e., what we live in right now, is more focused on having the woman be the thing we chase and having the man be the chaser. So as the chasee, it's not really a comfortable situation to find yourself in at all times, now is it? Like you don't want to be in a situation where you're like always on being hunted. That's kind of weird, right? It's like I have met outside of my family, but like 20, 30, possibly 40 women I've talked to on a like consistent basis. And I want to say like anecdote Andy, I know, but this is like borderline the online consensus. And also, again, on any Instagram picture and you see a girl marginally attractive and you got milky mommy underneath the comments, and you kind of can put hand in hand with the next comment I'm about to say here. So of like all those 40 women I've like had not had relationships, but I've talked to in general, like about like half or more than half had really like creepy sexual harassment / assault stories that they can just say verbatim because it's constantly playing in the back of their head because they're completely paranoid because they don't, because that could be another man that just pops up. The next man can be just like that. You know what I'm saying? Because like, the power dynamic for, I'd say the majority of women, power dynamic is like heavily skewed towards men. Not, again, not because all men are stronger than women, but it's because due to the fact that we are unable, not by we as men, are like not as capable, or we don't really put much merit into controlling our emotions. We tend to allow that adrenaline to flow through us, plus the emotion that gives us a temporary boost, and we're able to do things that we shouldn't do if we were, reasonably calm. And because of that, there are multiple women who don't even go outside at night anymore, even in like the most suburban of cities, due to the fact that, rape exists. And amongst other things, even going to, you can't even like take a drink at a party. You can't even put your drink, like, dude, imagine. I think this will blow my mind the worst, right? Being a dude, right? Imagine being a dude, and you live in a world like borderline, it's a homonormative society. Everyone is gay. Gays being normal, and you're the minority for being straight, right? You go to a party, and just you're sipping brews, right? You love drinking, and then next thing you know, you get drugged, and you wake up, and you're in pain because you got raped from a homosexual fellow, because it's a homonormative society who wants to hunt and prey on men. And in that situation, that's terrifying, right? And that's exactly what women have to go through. Yeah, I'm not calling all gay men rapists, but in that example there, it kind of like flips the script and it makes you like put yourself in a position of a smaller minority power. And it just keeps going on, right? Like another example, look at WAP. Look at WAP. Now, the immediate example, I've seen people go like, how come there's no hard ass dick song? Like there's Big Booty, or not Big Booty, the MC Hammer, I don't like big butts, but I can't not lie, that song. There's like literally every single Trey Songz song in existence. Chris Brown is a thing. The entirety of R&B for like the past 40 years. Nirvana made a song called Rape Me. Basically, isn't like all metal music like extremely explicit? Like in every single avenue you can ever think of. Fucking classical music. I think it was like Beethoven, like some like really, really famous classical musician. They had a scat fetish. And that was the main motivation towards making their music. So like male sexuality has dominated, what I'm trying to say is the majority of the media, and has been looked upon as a normal thing because, just boys being boys. He fucked my wife. It's just a joke. Even though saying you fuck someone's wife is being very sexually explicit and expressive, because you have the attributes that would warrant any woman to attract themselves to you immediately because of how desirable you are, right? That's imbuing and just spewing off the masculinity. 50 Cent. Were you guys present at all during the early 2000s? You got 50 Cent, you got Akon, I think you got Trey Songz, fucking shirtless as shit, top off, fuck showing their ribs, and it's just going like being black and just in your face. Like boy bands in the early 2000s too, they was just like baby, I will love you all the rest of your life, like that type of, like that was like getting into like the minds of women, trying to seduce them because they are successful men who can sing and serenade them continuously. What I'm trying to say is that male sexuality has always been a thing that existed within society, that has been normalized because men are the better ones, men are the more powerful ones, men are the ones who are supposed to be at the top because men are stronger, and we don't see that as male sexuality being superior to everything else because it's we've been trained to like it, we've been trained to normalize it. Because think about it, how many buff dudes have been appealing to gay men and women in comparison to like the blatant just woman object materialism on a consistent basis? Like that's pretty rare. Like you would remember the amount of time there have been like cases where they're trying to like sexualize men, in the point where they're trying to target everyone else who isn't a heterosexual man, right? Like that, obviously. And so being a woman in general, because you express yourself sexually, you are seen as a slut. You don't express yourself sexually enough, or you don't do it according to society's standards, you're seen as a tight-lipped virgin who doesn't know anything about anything and should probably get laid because you're too uptight. If you you try to speak about your opinion, you're a bitch. If you don't speak anything about your opinion at all, then you're just a quiet, reserved, dainty lady who doesn't deserve anything in life, and maybe you need a good husband to teach you how to speak up. It's you can't truly be yourself as a woman unless you want to fit in a box that society wants you to fit in. You know what I mean? Like it's very mind-boggling. I can't even fathom like living like that, obviously. And even appearance, right? You know, you wake up one day, you gotta look your best, because if you don't, you'll get, are you tired? Did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed? Did your boyfriend hit you again? Trust me, I know what that feels like. When I was abused, like it's kind of weird, right? It's kind of off, right? And that's and that's what feminism's for, right? Just to erase all that shit, because like that is kind of cringe. That is kind of cringe. Hating women for being women is kind of cringe. It is. They're regular people, they're normal people, and that should be it. They should be treated as such. And that's my hot take for the day. You know, it is hard to relate to women because they can't exist without, you know, literally being scrutinized to this day. And yeah,